right, Internet fans, we are just a few minutes away from the start of this game. I have done everything that I am aware of being able to do, and this internet is not improving here. So, uh, hopefully, it just comes through. So, if for some reason it does not clear up, I will upload a complete copy of this game to the YouTube channel so it can be rewatched in its entirety later without all of the hiccups and lag that we're currently experiencing with the internet. So, you know, it's Spectrum internet. That's all I know. Perhaps somebody from Spectrum is watching. They can fix it. Turn the dial up for us, please. Ladies and gentlemen, girls, boys, hockey fans of all ages and all genders, welcome to the Haldane Memorial Arena, home of the Ontario Barrie Star. We would like to remind you all that this facility is managed by a parent-led group of volunteers, and your assistance in helping to keep the arena clean is greatly appreciated. Warming blankets have been provided for your convenience in the bleacher section of the arena. Please remember to fold, and return those blankets to their appropriate receptacles at the conclusion of tonight's game. Let's give a nice round of applause for our ice crew that just. And in tonight's competition, we have the visiting team wearing the red sweaters, the Baldwinsville Bees, versus our home team in the white sweaters, the Ontario Barrie Storm. And here are our starting lineups, beginning with the visiting Baldwinsville Bees. Starting off on defense, number 2, Dom Pertel. On defense, number 19, Rocco Weaver. On offense, number 12, Rylan McCullum. On offense, number 25, AJ McFeeder. On offense, number 27, Joe Toland. And eight ball, number 30, Zach Weiss. The Baldwinsville Bees are led by longtime head coach Mark Lloyd. And now for your Ontario Bay score. Beginning on defense, number 4, Captain Connor Ledoux. On defense, number 12, Chase Lesson. On offense, number 5, Caleb Brother. On offense, number 8, James Law. On offense, number 15, Cameron Dan-Dalin. And between the pipes protecting the net, number 31, Hayden the Eagle Terry. And your Ontario Bay Storm is led by head coach Steve Olson. At this time, I would like to ask everyone who is able to please rise as we all stand together, united as one free country. Please remove your headgear, place your hand over your heart. Any active duty, veteran, or retired servicemen or servicewomen may salute as desired as we listen to the playing of our national anthem. All right. For purchase in the lobby. We almost had a $1,000 winner last game. We just didn't sell enough tickets. Tonight could be the night. Get yours now. The Cold Front Cafe is filled with delicious collectible delights to satisfy your nutritional needs. We've got Sour Patch Kids and Ring Pops. Remember, Ring Pops, it's not just candy, it's jewelry too. Now, if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's play some hockey. All right. It is time. 7:38. Sometimes when the internet is not stable enough for a continuous video feed, it does provide continual audio. So I will do my best to be descriptive in our gameplay today. And this puck is rifled down into the Baldwinsville zone, picked up by Dom Pertel, sent behind his net. Battle for it out in the slot. Law almost got to it. Grabbing that puck, though. AJ McFeeters takes us out into the neutral zone. Knocked back, collected. Joe Toland. Toland into the Obey zone, flicks that puck into the corner, spun around back behind the net, and Connor Leduc's going to pick it up, pass this up, and Law one touches it up to Robert Caleb, able to touch that puck, chasing it down with Dom Pertel. Sends this up on the side. Leduc steps up, shot save made by Zach Weiss. Coming out, Baldwinsville. A.J. McFeeters tries a long pass. Ryan McCullum not able to get to it. Coming back, Connor DeMott sends that puck in deep, collected by Keegan Crowley in the trapezoid for Baldwinsville. Puck cleared out into the neutral zone, now turned over. Wheeler almost had it, loses this. Daniel Hinman coming back with this puck. I've seen Daniel Hinman play before, and then he stopped playing. And that's an icing. We'll bring the faceoff down to the Ontario Bay end of the arena. Battle for that puck along the boards. Wheeler trying to stab this back to the defense. Colton Gamble not able to get it coming out. Alicio Grain sends out across. Picked up far side, Dom Dorito. In the trapezoid, Alicio McGrain up to the point. Over to the far side, D to D pass. Sent into the slot shot and a save made by Aiden Terry. That puck held in by Bennett Mattoon. And Beeville's going to make a line change. And as they do, Ontario Bay does something with the puck. Corbin Willis on the far side, bringing this puck up. Able to get it out into the neutral zone. Connor DeMott taken out of that play. Puck ping-pongs its way back and forth, finally dumped in by A.J. McFeeters. Willis over, sends that puck up along by the hash mark, grab by Ethan Potter. He's able to get that puck out. It's fired in, grabbed by Colton Gamble, passes this over to Willis. Willis skates this puck out, avoids Ryan McCullum. Far side, sends that, banks it off the boards, goes off conveniently for his change while the forwards try to go to work. Caleb O'Hagan sends it. It's in the middle. Ramus with the shot and a save made. Zach Weiss. See if this is able to there's that pass over to Ramus. O'Hagan sends it. It's in the middle. Ramus with the shot and a save. Ramus. Oops. This puck leaks its way out into the neutral zone. O'Hagan feeds this over to. Oh, there's a shot taken. Turned over to Andrew Hawkinson. Puck pass back to Carter Donnelly. Donnelly feeds this back over to Van Brockland. Van Brockland misses this along the boards. Fired and tipped. Goes across the top of the paint into the corner. Nobody's got a spoon. Can you buy me a water? You don't have it? All right. Thank you. That puck is ripped, goes back behind the net. O'Hagan not able to get there in time. Connor LeDuc picks his puck up, goes into his trapezoid, fires this up along the boards to ice it. 13:20 remaining in the first period, 0-0. Donovan Wirtz taking a face-off against Noah Hoteling. Hoteling pulls his puck back. LeDuc rips this all the way around. Wirtz is not able to get a far side puck loose in the slot. Oh, that goes right across the goal line over to the corner. LeDuc feeds this up from Wirtz. He's battling against McFeeters, and this puck pops its way out into the neutral zone. Bennett Mattoon collects it, fires it. Wirtz is not able to keep it, but he's certainly able to disrupt that play. Chase LaSalle trying to feed this back up for Wirtz. Keegan Crowley finds it. He circles his way around to shake off Noah. Puck whacked away by James Law. Coming over to collect it is Mattoon. This is stolen by Grant Harris. Backhand. It's a goal. Who did I say pass that to him? Do you remember? Excellent. Thank you. Ontario Bay goal scored by number 1, Harris. Assisted by number 8, James Law. 1 from 8, Harris from Law. Time of the Ontario Bay Storm goal, 4:23 of the first period. And Obey leads 1-0 with 12 minutes to go in this first period. Dalin backhands that puck. It comes right back to him at the point. Skates it over to the center point, loses it, passes over to Leduc. Leduc sends this ahead, and he gets a little wrapped up with McCullum. That enables Dalin to go in, grab that puck, take it behind his net, skate it out on the far side. McCullum challenges him. Puck gets passed over to Leduc. Connor Leduc over the blue line into the ozone, goes in deep. Puck just stabbed away by Rocco Weaver in the corner. McCullum coming out with this puck. He goes down as he got tripped by Stephen Wheeler. Wheeler will go to the box, and it'll be special teams time. What's that? Ontario Bay Storm penalty number 2, Stephen Wheeler. It was a penalty by Stephen Wheeler, 2 minutes for tripping at 5:29, followed up by a power play goal for Baldwinsville, scored by number 19, Rocco Weaver, from 14, Dom Dorito, from 21, Alicio McGrane. Time of the Baldwinsville Bees goal, 5:39 of the first period. That puck held in by McCullum, but now he loses it to Connor Tomont, who doesn't clear it out, but Corbin Willis does. Body and all. Don Pertel plays this back up. Willis trying to squeeze this out. Stephen Wheeler gets a piece of that puck, flies in the air, and here comes Ryan McCullum. McCullum shot, save, Aiden Terry. So 1-1 game here, with just under 11 minutes to go in the first period. Faceoff goes into the corner, and Carter Donnelly sends this around. O'Hagan having a hard time receiving that pass on the far side. Puck held in at the point by Don Pertel, puts it into the slot, pushing his way through Daniel Hinman. Puck comes loose. Caleb Remus out with it in the neutral zone. He hits the center line, dumps that puck in. He's going to send somebody else to work. He lets O'Hagan go after it as O'Hagan goes to the corner. Puck goes to the far side. Dom Dorito trying to get it out. Remus trying to block it and hold it in. O'Hagan collapses on him, gets that puck away. Caleb Remus had it for a moment. Now it's squeezed up against the board between the Bees and the Storm. It's a Bee Storm. Puck into the middle now. Daniel Hinman, shot, glove save. Aiden the Eagle. Terry dumps that puck off, fed out. So held in by Crowley. And Keegan Crowley's shot on goal is held onto for the faceoff by Aiden Terry. McFeeters taking a face off against Law. McFeeters pulls his puck back. It gets deflected, comes across. Caleb Robert picks this puck up, pushes it too far ahead of himself. Ryan McCullum sends it back. Leduc passes it right to Bennett Mattoon. Mattoon sends it across to the far side. battle for it on the blue line. Dalin comes away with it, passes across to LeDuc. LeDuc dumps this in deep, goes around onto the far side. Law trying to play this off at the hash mark. Puck taken away by Jack Geckel. Nope. Kidding. Keegan Crowley. Crowley passes this into the middle for McFeeters, who sends that in on net. Aiden Terry dishes over to the side. Law with the check to cut off Crowley, I think. No, McFeeters. He cut off McFeeters and able to take that puck away and send it down. Dalin into the corner, centering pass, stolen by Daniel Hinman. Held in the zone by Chase LaSalle. Bennett Mattoon sends it around. Connor LeDuc holds this at the point. Beeville sends this across to the far side. LaSalle gets it away from McCullum. Back into the neutral zone. Now it's taken by Alicio McGrain. He goes in. McCullum goes off. There's a shot. Misses. McGrain back behind. LeDuc get his stick in there, wrapped up. There's a shot and a save, dished off into the corner. Alicio McGrain after it. Noah Verchis goes down along the boards. Chase LaSalle comes up, fires this puck off the side board. Collected by Dylan Breen. He sends this D to D, and it comes right back to him. Breen pulls this by Verchis, gets this puck up to Dorito. Dom Dorito turns this puck over in the neutral zone to Grant Harris. He can't maintain possession. This puck finds its way to Daniel Hinman. Hinman feeds this in, taken away by Connor DeMott. DeMott has Dom Dorito all over him. DeMott coming up along the near boards into the neutral zone. Dorito still back checking and stick poking. Did they? And that shot is taken away by Dom Dorito. Passes it up to McCullum. Rylan McCullum sends this puck into the corner and gets it away from Colton Gamble. Around on the near side, sends this puck up to the point. Rocco Weaver fires and misses the net by about 23 and a half feet to the right. And we're going to let Rocco try again. Passes over to Pertel. Dom trying to figure out which way to go. Gets it by Ethan Potter. Fired right back in. Potter checks up on sides. Dom Pertel back to play that puck. Sends it along the boards for Joe Tolan. Tolan, short touch out for McFeeters. McFeeters feeds this out for Hinman. Hinman overskates the puck. Has to cycle it back into his own zone. Little dainty pass makes its way to Alicio McGrain. McGrain in deep. Centering pass. And Hinman stops skating and couldn't coast his way fast enough to make a shot. Coming away with this puck. Donnelly feeds this up to Wheeler. Wheeler has it poked away, and that puck came out and went back in again. That's an offsides on Ontario Bay. Caleb Ramus taking the face-off against Andrew Hawkinson, I believe. It sure is. Obey wins the draw. LeDuc dumps that puck in, and Jackson Smith not able to get a shot off. Keegan Crowley takes that puck away, sends it around the net, feeds its way to Maverick Lemon. Lemon over the blue line, forced through traffic. Puck goes to the corner. Lemon sends this behind the net. Hawkinson going after it, as is Connor LeDuc. LeDuc picks it up, feeds it around off the boards for Jackson Smith. Smith, little touch up for O'Hagan. O'Hagan only able to take it so far before Hawkinson knocks that puck free. Puck goes all the way down the boards. Maverick Lemon picks it up, sends it around behind the net. Far side comes back to Keegan Crowley. Crowley from the trapezoid passes it away, and it comes back to him. I've always said the best way to get the puck or the ball in soccer is to give it away. It'll come right back to you. Puck in the neutral zone, now grabbed by Bennett Mattoon, and he ices the puck because it's been a while. 5:46 remaining in this first period. Tied 1 goal apiece. James Law taking the face off against A.J. McFeeters. Law tried pushing it forward. McFeeters tries feeding this out. Willis holds it in. Dalin sends it deeper for Law. Law tried pulling around Dylan Breen. Breen able to take it into the trapezoid. Rips it around on the far side. Colton Gamble battling, holding that puck. And this comes across and just sneaks under the stick of Cameron Dalin. Pushed back in by Willis, taken over by Baldwinsville. Beeville, far side, snaps this puck across to Rylan McCullum. McCullum pulls this in. They are offsides. They check up onside. Puck fed back out into the neutral zone. Caleb Robert tried putting that into the slot, taken away by Mason Sutton. Dallin's pocket pick. Noah Hoteling grabs this puck. Colton Gamble fires it, just bounces wide of the net. Caleb Roberts sends this in deep for Dallin in the trapezoid. Dallin getting tied up by Mason Sutton. Centering pass, Hoteling redirects it, swept away by Zach Bice. Puck comes up to McCullum. McCullum tries passing it across. Colton Gamble there. Beeville with the change. Pass comes across to Hoteling. Hoteling looks exhausted. I thought his arm was going to fall off. Dallin in deep in the trapezoid, still battling, pushing one way on Rocco, going the other. Cameron and Rocco played on the same team up until about a week and a half ago. We'll leave it at that. Dylan Van Brocklin on the far side. He gets hammered into the boards, loses that puck. It's loose. Picked up by Cameron Dallin. Dallin sends this into the corner, and he finally is able to get off for his line change. Loose puck grab by Daniel Hinman. Hinman feeds this out, able to hit the Dom Dorito. Dorito dumps this puck in. And Ontario Bay able to clear this around and out, collected by Keegan Crowley in the neutral zone. Crowley feeds this up to McGrain. Van Brocklin pushes this back. D-to-D pass for Beeville. Keegan Crowley up with it at the top of the circle, cuts to the slot, shot, save, Aiden Terry. Wheeler grabs that puck, able to clear it to the neutral zone on the far side. Keegan Crowley plays it off the boards, feeds it over to Bennett Mattoon. He passes it up, touched by Donovan Worth into the Ontario Bay zone. Now comes back for Thomas Rolfe. Rolfe not able to keep it, or is he? Driving his way through, Connor LeDuc now comes back to the corner, sends this up to weird bounce off the Zamboni door. We call that home field advantage. And here's Connor DeMott. Turns this puck over to Mattoon at the blue line, able to regain possession and force it in. Rocco Weaver comes out with this puck. It's passed back to DeMott. DeMott dumps it in. Mattoon grabs it, sends this over to the near side. And out comes Max Spino with it. Spino dances along the blue line and pulls Donovan Worth off sides. Now, sure Coach Lloyd will explain to him why we don't do that. And there is Coach telling him right now. Here's the face-off between McFeeters and Ramus. McFeeters wins 2 draws to pull this back to Sutton. Sutton tries to stuff it in. McFeeters trying to force this over the line. Does. It gets knocked back out. And falling as he dumps that puck in, Ryan McCullum. Back to pick it up, Joe Tolan around far side, backhand shot. No tip from Rylan. Rylan in the corner has got Willis all over him. Rylan forces his way up, loses his edge, and goes down. Able to smack that puck back into the trapezoid, though. And Colton Gamble grabs it there, feeds us up to O'Hagan. Hits Caleb again. There's a shot, save, and it gets swatted out like a championship ping pong player by Aiden the Eagle Terry. Short pass to Smith. Smith goes to the backhand, hits Ramus at the blue line. Ramus gets hit, falls down, but's able to complete the pass to Colton Gamble. Gamble had all day to get that to Smith, instead gave it to Daniel Hinman. There's a shot from Rylan McCullum, save made. Puck comes back up high for Jackson Smith, and now it's clear by Caleb Ramus. He ices that puck so he can go get a nice tall drink of ice water for himself. Face off to the right side of Aiden Terry. Won by Law. Robert feeds this over to Dallin on the far side. Dallin has it knocked away by Dom Pertel. They must watch game film. Here's Law. Hits Robert on the near side. Robert loses that puck. Coming back, Rocco Weaver. Here's Weaver into the offensive zone. As Dallin pulls it away from Rocco, recovers, takes that shot, save made, rebound into the corner. McGrain trying to pull his way around, puck drifts its way ever so softly into the near corner. Law moves us forward-ish for Sam Newton. Good to see Sam Newton out on the ice. Missed a couple of games. He had a bruised collarbone, I believe, or a bruised bone of some sort. No break, no injury. As long as it doesn't hurt, he can play. And he's a hockey player. It never hurts. This puck comes into the neutral zone for Hinman. Daniel Hinman with this puck fires it on net. Save made. Aiden Terry drops it down for Donnelly. We got 35 seconds remaining in this period. Guess who wasn't paying attention? 30 seconds remaining in the first period. 30 seconds. That puck goes down. We're calling tip. I believe it could have happened. Caleb Robert gets us out into the neutral zone. Dump back in by Mattoon. Played by Aiden. Chase LaSalle with it. 9 seconds. There's enough time to give up a goal. There's enough time to get a goal. Let's get this puck out of here, boys. Dalin to Law. 2 seconds. Law with the shot. Too late. Blocked by Bennett Mattoon. And that concludes an exciting first period of play here at the Haldane Memorial Arena, home of Storm Hockey. At the end of one period of play, we are tied at 1 goal apiece. There are still an ample number of 50-50 raffle tickets available. I recommend you buy as many tickets as your favorite player's jersey number, which is probably Wayne Gretzky. So get 99 tickets. The Gold Front Captain, get some Sour Patch Kids now. They're sweet, they're sour, they're children whose heads you can bite off. All right, shout out. Let's see. Shout out to my sponsors, Two Broke Moms, located on North Jefferson Street in Pulaski, next to the Dollar General. Power Play Sports, exit 47 off Interstate 81 in Watertown. Top Notch Roofing, CNY.com, servicing Oswego counties and all points east, west, and south. Glory Construction and Development for all of your new building and new structure construction needs. If you're going to have it built in his glory. Streamside RV Park and Golf Course, located on Tinker Tavern Road in Pulaski, New York, and Divots Restaurant and Bar, located inside the clubhouse of Streamside RV Park and Golf Course on Tinker Tavern Road in Pulaski. If you want to be greenside, you got to be Streamside. Check them out. A beautiful 12-hole course right here in Pulaski. And coming up on Saturday, April 18th, from 2 to 6 p.m. at the VFW Post 9596 on East Taft Road, we're having a benefit for Kevin Burns. He is hockey family, and he had a stroke in August as he continues to go through his recovery so that he could, be the great husband, father, hockey friend, and business owner. He is the owner of Affordable Auto Glass here in Central New York. As he goes through his rehabilitation, we want to help out in any way that we can. And so we are holding a benefit for him on Saturday, April 18th, at the VFW Post on East Taft Road. $20 gets you inside and gets you a door raffle ticket. There'll be lots more events and activities to do throughout the evening. From 2 to 6 p.m., I will be your MC, the Dan-Dalin of Positive Influence. Hope to see you there. I'll be back in about 10 minutes. Welcome back, fans. It's time to get period number 2 underway. Hopefully, your pockets are filled with 50/50 raffle tickets. If not, there's still time to buy more. The 50/50 raffle, where even you can be a winner, too. Now, let's get some noise going. And hockey time. James Law facing off against H.A. McFeeters. McFeeters pulls his back. Law not giving up. Dalin coming over, trying to chip that puck into the Beeville zone. It comes back, grabbed by Chase LaSalle. LaSalle feeds this over to Connor LeDuc. LeDuc passes this over to Law, misses it. Puck too far behind him. Dom Pertel picks it up off the board. Shot fired. Save made by Aiden Jerry. McFeeters back to Pertel. Shot off the skate of LaSalle. Far side. Caleb Robert going after it. Again, Caleb's second touch on that puck, just a little too much. And he ends up turning that puck over, and it gets dumped all the way down. Here's Connor LeDuc bringing his puck up on the near side, passes it through the neutral zone and loses it. Hinman feeds this over to McGrain. McGrain over the blue line, offensive end in the slot. LeDuc pulls it away, passes this around to Cameron Dallin. Dallin's got to fire this across for Robert. Off the board, Robert trying to play it. Keegan Crowley trying to get in his way and does. Feeds Hinman. Hinman tries passing it across. Dallin cut it off. Dallin applying the hit onto Dom Dorito after he releases that puck into the Ontario Bay zone. Shot on net, save made. Connor DeMont grabs his puck, puts it off the glass into the neutral zone. It gets turned back on net. I don't know if it did somebody touch it on the bench maybe, or it hit the netting. I don't know. I don't know. That's coming back again. So Mott taking a face off against McFeeters. McFeeters pulls this back for Mattoon. He tries getting it out. Willis almost able to hold it in. Popped up and he lost possession. Puck sent into the corner. Joe Tolan after it. Tolan feeds us out. McFeeters has it off the boards. Back out for Crowley. Taken over. Pass across from Ethan Potter over to Wheeler. DeMont in with this puck. Side of the net, drops it off. Centering pass, misses. Oh, shot fired by Colton Gamble, just wide left of the net. Puck comes out. Willis grabs this in the neutral zone, dumps it back in. DeMont comes off to check up on sides. Keegan Crowley having some difficulties in the corner over there. Sends this puck around, held in by Willis, goes right to McFeeters, so AJ coming around with it. Now Bennett Mattoon sends this back behind the net. From the corner, Beeville, too high. That hit the netting. And there's a face-off. Puck goes behind the Beeville net with Dylan Breen. He passes this up, gets into the neutral zone, swatted away by Carter Donnelly. In the top of the slot, Beeville. No, Donnelly there drives his puck into the corner. Van Brocklin turns, fires it up, held in by the Bees. Now Jackson Smith trying to stuff this puck out, trying to hold it in, though, is Dom Dorito. Beeville able to fire that across. Donnelly there absorbs the check, coming out with the puck. Hinman shot, save made, and Aiden Terry's going to hold on to that one. 13:42 remaining in the second period. 1-1 tie here in Pulaski, home of the Ontario Bay Storm. The snows are melting out there, but it'll come back on Sunday. McFeeters facing off against Noah Hoteling. Here's a quick shot, save Aiden Terry. Far side, Grant Harris gets checked. Puck goes to Van Brocklin. He banks it off the boards. Harris trying to get it out. Hoteling trying to help. Donnelly takes this, sends this behind the net for Virkstis. Virkstis, top of the circle, trying to clear it out. Up high, Dom Pertel fires it, goes wide of the net. On the far side, Grant Harris comes back to pick this puck up at the hash mark now, bottom of the faceoff circle, skates into his trapezoid, loses the puck to Rylan McCullum, and now it's turned over again. Hoteling just able to stuff this up to Virkstis. Virkstis hits Harris. Harris, oh, not going to be able to get his second goal of the game. Not just yet, anyway. Here's Rocco Weaver, shot, save. Rebound cleared to the side by Connor Leduc. This puck passed in front of the net dangerously to Hoteling. Noah Hoteling keeps this away from Hinman, who helicopters out of the way. Chase Lascelles making space between himself and Daniel Hinman. Feeds this over to Leduc. Leduc board pass to Virkstis. Gets this to Harris. Touches it out. Fired right back in for Lascelles. Lascelles banks this out into the neutral zone. Picked up by Dom Dorito. Passes to Dom Pertel. From Dom to Dom, the DDs. Neutral zone now. Keegan Crowley cycling this around in the neutral zone. Off the boards, try to catch the back of Dom Dorito. Not able to. James Law steals this puck. Law dumps this puck in. And he goes in after it. Keegan Crowley coming around on the near side. Caleb Robert on the back of Dom Dorito, forcing him to fire this puck all the way around onto the far side. Dalin takes it away from Bennett Mattoon, goes into the corner. Cameron back there. And he receives the puck. Back out to the point for Leduc. Back to Law. Tried one timing it over to Dalin, not able to. Puck turned over, stolen back though. James Law with it, never giving up. Shot, save made. Zach Bice, rebound. Robert backhands this to Law. Law to Dalin, misses the 1-T. Tried so hard, he spun around. Puck hits the ridge back behind. Law feeds this in. What happened? Was too fast. I didn't even see it. What that fuck was? Yeah, come here. Ontario Bay on the penalty kill. Last time their PK lasted 10 seconds. Let's see if they can do a little bit better. Ontario Bay penalty. Bench minor, too many players on the ice. Ontario Bay, too many players on the ice. Penalty served by number 14, Connor DeMott, because he was the sixth man on. Time of the minor penalty, 5:43 of the second period. Loose puck, swatted at, comes back. McFeeters has it poked away, and Stephen Wheeler able to clear the ice with that puck. Zach Bice picks it up, passes it up to Crowley. Crowley forced back behind the net by Wheeler. Crowley coming up, passes across to McFeeters. AJ over the blue line into the offensive end, forced in deep by Corbin Willis. Knocked off that puck. Puck trickles its way to the corner. Over to play it, Joe Tolan. Tolan next to McFeeters. That's not helpful for Beeville. Feeds this out to Rocco. Rocco shot off the shoulder of Aiden Terry. And Caleb Ramis able to get that puck out. Stephen Wheeler trying to fight his way in. He's just got Rocco Weaver. Gets the puck by Weaver. Puck goes to the corner. And Wheeler at least able to burn some time. Less than a minute to go in the penalty kill. Here's Crowley. Stopped short in the neutral zone. Short pass to Weaver. Dalin stick checking at him. Shot save made, and that puck is cleared by Corbin Willis. Wheeler pokes that again. Dalin holds it in. Dalin on the right side. Shot save made. Zach bites. Stephen Wheeler making opportunities happen out there. Cameron Dalin seizing the opportunity. Man, Zach bites with a save. Good for Zach. 26. What's that? Oh yeah. 26 seconds left in the penalty kill.
I thought he had him too, boy.
Dom Pertel feeds this up to Dylan Bream. Bream. So McGrain to Bream, passes to nobody because Daniel Hinman missed the practice that they were doing that at. And Cameron Dalin fires that the length of the ice. 3 seconds, and that'll burn off the rest of this penalty kill.
Get him, boys.
Teams return to even strength. This puck comes in, and they're saying tipped, iced. Donnelly's going to go back behind the net to play that puck around on the far side. Daniel Hinman grabs it, rips it back. Stopped by Dom Dorito. Dorito puts this in deep for McGrain. McGrain skates it up to the hash mark. Back to the point for Pertel. Shot fired, gets deflected away, comes over to the near corner. McGrain plays this up to the point for Dylan Breen. Breen fires this wide left. Hinman going after it, as is DeMott and Dom Pertel. James Law leads the way, has this puck. He also played with Daniel Hinman up until about a week ago. And that was a shot by Thomas Rolfe. Beeville trying to get something set up. Well, you've got Connor DeMott forechecking like a psycho. Puck comes out, McFeeters with it. Squeezes his way past LaSalle. Puck goes to the trapezoid. Back behind with it, Max Spano. Spano, little toe drag, loses his footing, goes down. Picking this puck up, Caleb Ramus feeds this across to nobody. A return back in by Keegan Crowley all the way around onto the far side. And Beeville misses this entirely. Bennett Mattoon passes to Crowley. Crowley dumps this puck in. Played off the backboard by Colton Gamble. Gamble snaps it back to Chase LaSalle. LaSalle, little pass to Jackson Smith. Tries hitting Ramus. Oh, that was a nice look. It was a wobbly puck. Tough to catch. Here's O'Hagan, Caleb O'Hagan. Bank pass to Jackson Smith. He misses it. Jackson probably needs a longer stick. Ramus trying to get to a shooting position. Feeds that over to Verkstis. He misses the goal. Connor LeDuc getting reset in the neutral zone. Dumps that in off the glove of Keegan Crowley back towards his own goal. Mattoon picks it up. 7 minutes to go in the second period. This puck caught by LeDuc in the neutral zone. Moves up, fires it in, deflected off of Crowley onto the goal. And Zach Bice is just going to hold on to that one. Just under 7 minutes to go here in the second period, and we are still tied at 1 goal apiece. Noah Hotelli taking the face-off. Burks to his left. Grant Harris to his right. Face-off won by McFeeters. Pertel sends this behind the net for McCollum. Loose puck. No, it's picked up by Beeville's A.J. McFeeters. McFeeters coming through. McFeeters on the side. Tried centering it. Not able to. Nice stick checks both by Corbin Willis and Connor LeDuc. There's a nice stick check of its own. Coming back with the puck. Dom Pertel takes that shot, goes off the stick of LeDuc into the far corner. Willis plays this up, grabbed by Rylan McCullum. That was almost a hand pass, but it's not. Verchtis comes away with this puck. Verchtis tries going wide of Rocco, tries dumping it in. McFeeder there. Puck comes up. LeDuc, a little flick forward, grabbed by Joe Tolan. Tolan passes this up to Rylan McCullum. He fires this, goes wide left off the corner. Daniel Hinman centering passes taken away by James Law. Law snaps that out into the neutral zone. Rocco Weaver collects it. Weaver snaps this off the boards for Rylan McCullum. Rylan is all wrapped up by Corbin Willis. Puck comes loose. Alicio McGrain takes it in. McGrain has that poked away by Connor LeDuc. Now Dalin to Law. Law brings this over the blue line. He goes down. That looked like a penalty shot to me, but I don't think they're going to call it. Didn't look like offsides. I thought it was a trip. Face-off won by Beeville, held in by Sam Newton. Robert back. Oh, rebound. Dalin backhand, not quick enough. Centering pass gets taken away. Dom Dorito with it, fires this back behind the net. Dylan Breen plays this in the corner. He fires this up, goes off of Dalin's skate right to Alicio McGrain. Sam Newton gets that away from McGrain. Dalin battling, pulls this puck up. Here comes Dalin, cuts over to the middle, gets by Matt Spino. Dalin 1-on-2. Now it's 2-on-2. He's got Robert on the right side. I can't fit him in my screen because my Zoom button doesn't work. Puck sent across the way, dumped in by Max Spino. Less than 5 minutes in this period. Caleb Robert with it. Battling. Oh, loses it at the center line. Law picks it up and dumps that puck in. Stopped by Bennett Mattoon in the faceoff circle. He fires this across for Spino. It goes on net. Aiden Terry kicks this over to the side. Spino pushes it to the trapezoid. Corbin Willis takes it away for Obey. Nice stick work by Corb. Gets it to Wheeler. Wheeler to DeMott. DeMott touches it into the neutral zone. Ethan Potter, going over for it. Willis. Wheeler. Willis. Oh, lets it go. I wish Willis had played that with his stick. Corbin Willis has so much more talent than he realizes. I wish he'd played that with his stick, brought that in one step, take a shot maybe. That was a nice touch there. Rylan McCullum comes away with it, though. There's a shot, goes high, rides the rail all the way around up to the point on the near side. Ripped back in by Keegan Crowley. Far side, Rylan McCullum gets nothing. Look, Corbin picked that out of the air. He's got such good hand-eye, but he doesn't rely on it. He doesn't use it. I want him to get more courageous out there. McCullum sends this back into the corner. Gamble finally decides to go over and play it. He was hoping somebody else would get there first. AJ McFeeters looks wrap around, has nothing. Now comes up, sends us up to the point, and Mattoon can't keep it in. Wheeler can't get around him. DeMott comes up. He's got to wait. Connor DeMott crossed into the ozone and said, "How come Stephen Wheeler skating at me?" Stephen was busy sliding around like a turtle. Ramus wins that faceoff. LeDuc fires it in, grabbed by Rocco Weaver. He feeds this across to Pertel. Pertel passes this up to Worth. Donovan Worth takes that shot, saved by Aiden Terry. Rebound on the far side. Maverick Lemon loses this puck to Connor LeDuc. LeDuc tries getting it to Smith. Can't do it. Lemon comes back for it. Centering pass gets blocked. Jackson Smith pass to Verkstis. Noah Verkstis. No, I'm sorry, Caleb O'Hagan. With this puck, loses it. Chase Lascelles. Oh, knocked out of the air by Dom Pertel. He centers that puck. It gets tipped away. Smith gets rid of it to Ramus. Ramus skating forward. He flicks this puck ahead. It never settled for him. He couldn't stick handle it anymore. He just didn't want to turn it over. Dalin off the bench grabs this puck before it comes out. Jason Scott. Oh my God, that's what it is. Oh, did I catch that on the replay?
Yeah, I don't think it was that. I don't think that's all.
Before it comes out, Jason Scott. Oh my God, that's what it is. Before it comes out, Jason Scott. Oh my! It looked to me it hit the pocket. All right, well.
looked to me like the left, another ref came over and said it was a goal. It was like, that was one thing.
A puck sent back in. Oh, absolute robbery. Hinman trying to do anything with that puck. 1:42 to go in this period. Dylan Breen with it. He fires this across. Gets by Law to Daniel Hinman. Hinman's got Law on him, poking at that puck. Ontario Bay, Dan-Dalin feeds this up to Carter Donnelly. Donnelly sends this wide and right.
What?
Mason Sutton sends this behind the net. Picked up by Dom Dorito. Dorito feeds this out into the neutral zone for Daniel Hinman. Hinman dumps this down. Dylan Van Brockland back to get it, rips this puck all the way around. Caleb Robert picks it up, touches this out into the neutral zone. And Beeville sends this back into the O-Bay end. Donnelly fires it around. 1 minute of play remaining in the second period. 1 minute remaining. Caleb Robert coming up with this puck. Loses it to, but Van Brockland feeds this to Donnelly. Donnelly, long pass out to Robert. Robert over the blue line. Shot wide, goes into the corner, and out Dalin trying to pick it up at the top of the circle. He's got 3 Bs on him. Burks trying to kick it forward. Coming away with it, Keegan Crowley. Crowley feeds this up to A.J. McFeeters. McFeeters back to Crowley. Crowley, shot, save, Aiden. Oh, and it gets stuffed in by Joe Tolan. Tolan there picking up the trash. Baldwinsville B's goal scored by number 27, Joe Tolan. Assisted by number 26, Keegan Crowley. From 25, A.J. McFeeters. 27, 26, 25. Time of the Baldwinsville B's goal, 16:32 of the second period. Here's DeMott taking a face off against McGrain. Puck goes back to Pertel. He fires this across to Weaver. Weaver with the shot wide right. Comes all the way up high for Dom Dorito. Dorito in deep. Chase LaSalle there gets it away from him, and that'll do it. And that concludes the second period of play here at the Haldane Memorial Arena, a place where we wish they had goal review instant replays. Make sure you get last call for the 50-50 raffle. The more you buy, the more you can win. Halfway. So, I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence. I am live streaming this game tonight. The internet's not great, but almost good enough, and I will upload a clean copy later this evening.
Gotta get a goal. Gotta get a goal.
All right, we'll be back with fresh ice in just a few minutes. Before it comes out. Oh my God! Before it comes out. Before it comes out. Oh my! Before it comes out. Before it comes out. Before it comes out. Before it comes out. Oh my God, that's the one minute. Before it comes out. Oh my God, that's the one minute. Before it comes out. Before it comes out. Oh my my God! No. before it comes out. Oh my God, that's what it is. All right, hockey fans, we're back. Third and final period, 17 minutes up on the clock. And you may have seen during that intermission how many people came up and wanted to see the replay of Cameron's shot. Sure looked like a goal to me, but what are you going to do? It is 2-1 in favor of Baldwinsville, and Beeville wins that faceoff. Dom Pertel with the puck passes it back over to Rocco Weaver. Weaver coming out, has that puck knocked away by James Law, but recovers, brings it into the offensive zone. Weaver comes in, backhand shot, save, goes up. Oh, Weaver almost tipped it in, but that would have been a high stick because his stick did come over the crossbar to hit that puck. There's a check against the boards, trying to loosen that puck up. A.J. McFeeters trying to take it into the trapezoid. Pulled away by Rylan McCullum. He feeds this back to Dom Pertel. Fires that, save, Aiden Terry. Rebound goes into the corner. McCullum sends this back behind the net. McFeeters picks it up. Comes around at the hash mark. McFeeters up by the point. Sends that back into the corner. Connor LeDuc back after it. Joe Tolan trying to tie him up. Centering pass, shot taken, save, Aiden Terry. Rebound into the corner. Puck comes up. Top of the circle, shot, another save by Aiden the Eagle Terry. Beeville again, shot, and Aiden's going to hold on to this one. He says, if you're not going to clear it, I'm going to hold it. I need to take a breath. Face off to the right side of Aiden Terry. One by Beeville, shot deflected away. Stephen Wheeler, and it's caught out of the air by Aiden Terry. That should be an out, and one of the Beeville players should sit down because of it. We should make up new rules. Right? They made basketball. We could make base hockey or something. Ice ball? Ice ball. That's it. That face-off won by Daniel Hinman takes it into the corner. Centering pass. Puck is up against the post, and finally we get a whistle as Aiden Terry saves that puck. Another face-off. Noah Hoteling might want to try something different than beat Daniel Hinman. Oh, it's Connor DeMott taking it. Comes over against the boards. Fed out to DeMott. DeMott in the neutral zone. DeMott to his right to get around Mattoon. Passes that puck to the slot, knocked away. Hinman with it, kicks his puck back to McGrain. McGrain over the blue line into the O-zone. And Aiden Terry is going to squash that puck against the ice in the crease for a face-off. Caleb Ramis coming in for the face-off against A.J. McFeeters. Looked like Ramis won that face-off. Still battling, puck poked back, knocked loose. Carter Donnelly gets that out, goes through the neutral zone. Dylan Breen not able to get it, chases that puck down. He's got Jackson Smith on him. Smith. Now Ramis going after. Now Smith steps up. Smith takes his puck into the corner, leaves it for Caleb. It's taken away by Ryland McCullum. McCullum gets this into the neutral zone, turns that puck over. Here's Jackson Smith with the puck. Smith passes this up for O'Hagan, and then picks it up off the blue line after O'Hagan gets taken out by Joe Dolan. Puck still in. Van Brocklin sends this into the corner. In the trapezoid, grabbed by Dylan Bream. Passed up. Connor LeDuc not able to hold this puck in. That's going to be an offside. That was a great play by Jackson Smith coming around on the right side in the corner, except that he coasted into it. He leaned and used his edge of his skates. If he had crossed over and kept skating, he would have, I believe, caught up to that puck. If you're not moving your feet, then you're slowing down. That puck comes into the neutral. Max Spino dumps his puck in. Goes behind. Connor LeDuc goes into the corner. Lets it come up to the hash mark for Grant Harris. Takes his puck back to go to work. Donovan Worth. That puck comes across the slot. Grab off by Max Spino. Tries sending us back to the point. Fed out by Verkstis for Grant Harris. Grant goes in, not able to catch up to that puck. Sliding across Max Spino. He lost his head. Chase LaSalle feeds this to Connor LeDuc. LeDuc crisscrossing. Law not able to get that puck. It went right to Max Spino. That gets sent back in by LaSalle, and he was on the wrong side of the center line. That's an icing. We'll bring the faceoff back down next to Aiden Terry. 13:37 to go in this game. Baldwinsville with a 1-goal lead. James Law taking the draw. Trying to push that puck forward. Comes back for Colton Gamble, who fires this down. Caleb Robert, not even, he's going to battle for that in the trapezoid, taken away by Rocco Weaver. Weaver in the corner, trying to set something up for the Bees. Weaver feeds this out to Hinman. Hinman touches up into the offensive zone, trying to get it around Corbin Willis. Backhand shot and a goal. Oh, it hit the opposite corner than Cameron's. Apparently that one counts. Ooh, a winning ticket. Let me write this down. Here, I'll give it back to you to bring back down there, okay? There you go. Thank you. Baldwinsville Bees goal scored by number 15, Daniel Hinman, assisted by number 19, Rocco Weaver. 15 from 19. Hinman from Weaver. I've heard that one before. Time of the Baldwinsville Bees goal, 3:48 of the third period. This puck comes out into the neutral zone. Connor LeDuc with it. LeDuc passes over to Chase LaSalle. LaSalle tries lifting it up for DeMott. Knocked down out of the air by Ryan McCullum. Now A.J. McFeeters picks it up. McFeeters back into his own zone. Cycles this puck with Keegan Crowley. Crowley tries passing it up. Gets turned back by Stephen Wheeler. Hard pass off the boards. And this is sent through the air. And that's going to be a hand pass. We're going to move down to zone, and this faceoff should be next to Zach Weiss. Just under 12 minutes to go in this game. Caleb Robert facing off against Andrew Hawkinson. Caleb Ramus, excuse me. Ramus back to LaSalle. LaSalle sends this in deep far side. Jackson Smith picks his puck up in the corner. Short feed over to Caleb O'Hagan. O'Hagan and Smith. Smith back out to the point for LeDuc. LeDuc winds up shot low, tipped in front, goes over to the corner. Coming back for it, Maverick Lemon sends this behind the goal, far side. Mason Sutton trying to play this around. Smith gets it away. Sutton takes it back. Sutton passes across for Lemon. Lemon feeds his puck forward. Connor LeDuc in after it. Pulls this puck away, grabs this to the corner for Jackson Smith. Smith passes for Ramus. Ramus doesn't matter if he missed it or touched it. That's an icing. Just over 11 minutes. 11:16 remaining in this game. Time to shorten the bench if you're Ontario Bay. Law pushes that puck forward. Shot. Save made. Rebound. Robert feeds this to Dalin. Dalin comes out over. Challenged by Rocco. Rocco knocks that puck away. Anderson trying to get it out. Out it comes. Comes right back, though, to Colton Gamble. Gamble feeds this to Law. Law dumps this in. Weaver picks it up in the trapezoid for the B. Sends this around near side, spinning around Easton Anderson. Might want to try going west. Z ices this puck. We'll bring the face-off back down by Zach Weiss. Was that bad? Easton West? No. Easton's a cool name, though. I like it. Law in for the face-off against A.J. McFeeters. Law pushes this forward and chases after that puck. Dom Patel gets to it first, sends this on the near side, pulled out and given to Rocco Weaver. Here comes Weaver over into the offensive end. Shot knocked away. Corbin Willis. Weaver trying to recover. Tried the wraparound. Law takes this away, gets his puck out into the neutral zone. Dalin with the big hit on Dom Patel. Puck comes into the Beeville zone. Grabbed by Weaver, sent out. Willis takes it back, gives this to Dalin. Dalin trying to get his way around Patel. Weaver picks up the loose puck, feeds this up for Rylan McCullum. McCullum touches it ahead. Willis sends it back. Oh, it held in. And that's Colton Gamble that popped that puck out. Dalin trying to bring that. Oh, Dalin got hit in the head by Dom Pertel, and he's going down taking a knee. I believe that was an elbow. And it blindsided Cameron. Actually, I just saw a whole report in the NHL about blindsided hits and cracking down on them. Coach Olson checking out Cameron. Oh, we're doing head contact. Oh, it's a 5-minute major. So Coach Olson is a nurse, so he will make sure that he gives a proper concussion protocol for Cameron before he allows him to return to the ice. Hopefully he's okay. Coach has got him over on the side now, checking him out. Baldwinsville Bees penalty, number 2, Dom Pertel. 5-minute major for head contact. Number 2, 5-minute major head contact. Time of the major penalty, 7:05 of the third period. And it's in Ontario Bay. Ramus with this puck up into the ozone, drop pass for Connor DeMott. DeMott trying to pull this back as he almost lost possession of that puck. Going back around behind, passes this puck over to Donnelly. Donnelly back into the corner for Ramus. Ramus looking up to the point for Donnelly. Donnelly off the boards for Caleb. Caleb Ramus turning, looking to find a way to get it over to Potter. There's a low shot. Oh, save me! Rebound! DeMont just misses, goes around, and this puck is grabbed and cleared by Rocco Weaver. He didn't like the whole net, huh? Hard pass out from Potter to DeMont. DeMont loses it in his skates. Ramus trying to push this puck forward. Nice stick lift by Wheeler, but Ryland McCollum takes this puck away. McCollum coming in. Ryland shot low, kick save by Aiden Terry. Some pushing, some shoving. And we're going to get a roughing penalty against Beeville. It'll be 5-on-3. Oh!
Sorry about that. It's got my name on the pen. Hey, just toss. Oh, you don't need to keep it. I've got more.
I have more.
Keep it. Oh, yeah, I'll throw them up. What they do is go now. Go, Storm! They're up.
Here's Ryland McCollum coming back. Short-handed shot and a save. Baldwinsville penalty, number 25, A.J. McFeeder. 2-minute minor for cross-checking or roughing. Number 25, 2 minutes. Time of the minor penalty, 8:25 of the third period. And it's an Ontario Bay play. Make some noise! Here comes. Why who?
Potter not out there.
I don't know. Leduc puts this in deep for Dalin. Dalin goes down, able to push that puck over to Law. He lets this go up to Potter. Shot, save. Dalin shot, save. DeMont knocks this puck over to the side of Baldwinsville, able to clear. 1 minute to go in the 2-player advantage for Ontario Bay. Connor Leduc going in, but ahead of him, Alicio McGrain. McGrain with this puck. McGrain's going to get a shot off wide left. DeMont pulls this out for Potter. Potter. I got it right that time. Dalin shot, hit Bice in the face. Dalin goes into the corner, trying to play that puck. Pinned up with him is Keegan Crowley. DeMont reaching in, trying to pull this puck out. Crowley trying to shovel it up against the boards. Crowley goes down. DeMont pops it back for Robert. Robert to Leduc. Leduc to the middle. Shot low, tip. Save made. Turning, shooting DeMont. And he went right back in the same spot for the same save. 14 seconds left in a 2-player advantage. DeMont cycling around. Forehand shot. Misses. Off the boards. Potter lets it go back to Leduc. We got one player out. There's a shot. Misses. Loose puck. It's covered up. DeMont getting pushed around by Alicio McGrain. We know Connor doesn't like that. Somebody's pulling DeGrain back.
Gotta get the puck off the ice, boys.
1:36 remaining in the major penalty against Dom Pertel. Ramus out there taking the face off. Puck comes back, knocked over to the side. Carter Donnelly steps up, switches with Ramus. Donnelly into the corner. Back behind in the trapezoid. Oh, he tried backhanding that up to Willis, but the puck rolled on its edge. Hard pass across, misses, and Ramus has got to chase that puck down. Dom Dorito keeping him honest. Puck gets passed up for Robert. He loses this, and Rylan McCollum dumps this in. Aiden Terry plays this into the corner. Donnelly goes in, gets checked by Dorito. Pulling that puck out, Caleb Ramus. Now Willis with the check. Puck comes out, and Donnelly has it. Donnelly trying to separate himself, being absolutely attacked by Rylan McCollum. And Rylan's going to get called for tripping. Boy, we're paying these guys good this year. That was I didn't know half it off, man. I know.
Good time out.
Baldwinsville B's penalty. Number 12, Rylan McCullum. 2-minute minor for tripping. Time of the minor penalty, 11:13 of the third period. Timeout, Ontario Bay. And that gives us a time to announce the winning 50-50 raffle ticket winner. Get your tickets out. The winning raffle ticket number is 4988785. I heard somebody won. I told you you would. Congratulations. Rifle table to collect your winnings. Everybody's a winner in Pulaski. Free snow available for you outside.
My mom sold me bum tickets.
She's a heck of a salesperson. I'd never buy anything from her.
I tried not to, but
Yeah,
it didn't
good luck.
work.
Yeah.
She didn't ask me for my admission fee. She says, "How many do you want?"
All right. Obey needs to rotate their players. Well, you mean just rolling lines isn't normal? All right. Off the face-off save by Zach Bice. It'd be nice to see some matchups. Well, you got Law, Dallin, DeMott, Potter, and LeDuc out there. Law wins a face-off. LeDuc steps up to get that puck. Law cycles it around, feeds this over for Potter. Shot, and it got nicked by Zach Bice. Comes off the glass, settles down for LeDuc. LeDuc to Dallin. Dallin back to LeDuc. LeDuc over to Potter. Potter puts this into the slot. That got tipped, goes wide. Law grabs it. Oh, couldn't grab it. Gets ripped over to the side by Rocco Weaver. LeDuc gives this to Dallin. Hard pass for Dallin to receive. He's got to fend off Rocco Weaver. Puck comes into the middle. Law loses it. Weaver takes it away. Weaver's going to get around Potter. Dallin's coming down with Alicio McGrain to block off the pass, and does. Puck goes off the side of the net. Picked up by Potter, feeds this out to DeMott. DeMott gets it off of his feet. We've got one player back out on the ice for Beeville. It's now 5-on-4. Dallin catches that at the blue line. And now he loses it at the blue line. That gets sent all the way down by Dom Dorito. Dallin and Dom going after it. Dallin gets to that puck first, kicks it ahead of himself to his stick. Now plays it back for Chase LaSalle. LaSalle from his trapezoid. 45 seconds left in the power play for Ontario Bay. Potter over the blue line. Puck swept away by Keegan Crowley, and back out into the neutral zone it comes. Aiden Terry comes out of his net to play that puck in the corner. Ramus passes this across to LaSalle. LaSalle, too soft of a pass to get to DeMott. Daniel Hinman turns this puck back, and Caleb Ramus collects it. 19 seconds in the player advantage. Nice pass from Weaver to DeMott. He turns and fires it in. That gets poke checked by Zach Bice. Was not on net. DeMock going into the corner, looking in an awkward way. I thought he was going to get green. Teams return to even strength. And that's an icing. So Ontario Bay with, boy, a lot of 5-on-3. Not able to convert at all. Trailing 3-1 with 3:39 to go in this game. You know, with that timeout that Coach Olson took, I was expecting Aiden to come out of net and have a 6-on-3 for a little bit. Timeout, Baldwinsville B. That gives you time to go see if there's any pizza left in the Cold Front Cafe. Yummy pizza for you.
Nice job, Bennett.
So Coach Lloyd, ball for the timeout. Not sure, what he's could be going over with this younger team here. Probably cautioning them against icing the puck. Try to maintain possession, neutral zone trap if necessary. Let's make some noise for your Storm! There's a face-off, pushed into the corner, grabbed by Dom Pertel, sent behind the net. Rylan McCollum picks his puck up, fires it across his zone, held in by Colton Gamble. Now Caleb Robert trying to send this in the air. AJ McFeeder's trying to keep it in. Robert sends this into the corner. Dom Pertel puts a little bit of a hip check. Puck comes around near side. Corbin Willis picks it up. Willis with it, sends this through to the trapezoid. Caleb Robert there. Robert thrown into the boards by Dom Pertel. Pertel trying to get it out. McFeeders can't. Caleb Robert has it. Oh, tried passing that puck in front. Dished back behind by Bice. Swing and a miss there by McFeeders. And AJ able to collect this puck and bring this out into the neutral zone. AJ over the blue line into the offensive end, forced into the corner by Corbin Willis. Stops, turns around. Willis swats at that puck, goes into the corner. McFeeder's there to pick it up. Sends this back in deep. James Law there in the trapezoid. Passes back to the corner for Corbin Willis. Willis with tons of time. Skates this puck out. Willis over the blue line. Checked against the boards by Daniel Hinman. Puck goes through the trapezoid. Corralled by Keegan Crowley. He fires this up to Hinman. Hinman sends it out. Donnelly not able to keep it in. Fires it in deep. Picked up by Crowley. Fires across to Hinman. Daniel Hinman passes puck forward. Goes back hit. And he and Corbin Willis are having a game of pass. Fires that in. That goes off the paddle of Aiden Terry into the netting for a faceoff. 2:02 to go in this game. 2 goals separate these two teams. Connor DeMott taking the face off against Donovan Wirt. Van Brockland back, sends this puck all the way around. I thought somebody said off, but Dylan Breen held it in apparently. Stephen Wheeler over the blue line, pushes this puck into the corner, sends it through the trapezoid. Ethan Potter trying to center it. Puck gets blocked. Mason Sutton there holding that puck up with Donovan Wirt. Puck goes to the corner. Sutton over for it. Sends this up high. Carter Donnelly's going to chase after it. He's got 2 on him. Donnelly back to his trapezoid. Fires off the boards for Van Brockland. Van Brockland picks this up. fires it. That gets touched by Potter, but not into the zone. Turn back. Donnelly grabs it, fires this ahead, and he's going to go off for his change as Dylan Breen picks this puck up in the trapezoid. Short pass for Breen. Pass across comes to Max Spino. Spino has his stick attacked as he dumps that puck in. Connor LeDuc picks it up. 1 minute of play remaining in the third period. Final minute of play. Connor DeMott swings and misses at that puck. Grabbed by H.A. McFeeters. McFeeters into the neutral zone, over the center line, blue line. Toe drag to get around Chase LaSalle. Not effective. LaSalle with the puck. Pushes this up for DeMott. DeMott feeds this across for Potter. Potter kicks it into the offensive end. Dom Pertel plays it back out. McFeeters makes sure it gets into the neutral zone. LeDuc shot, save, bites. 21 seconds to go. Rocco Weaver with the puck. Dalin almost stole that and came in. Daniel Hinman with it. Over at the blue line. Shot tipped by Chase LaSalle. Into the corner it goes. Alicio McGrain in there. Puck out in the middle. Turning, shooting. It's Rylan McCollum. Another save by Aiden Terry. And that will do it. And that concludes another exciting Eagle Ice hockey here at the Haldane Memorial Arena, home of Storm Hockey. This game ends in a 3-1 victory for the Baldwinsville Bees as they defeat the Ontario Bay Storm. Please remember to fold and return your warming blankets to their appropriate receptacles now that the game has concluded. Please check your immediate area for all personal belongings, trash, phones, cell phones, chargers, telephone books, small children. Please take them with you. We don't want them left behind here. The Cold Front Cafe is still open. Get yourself something hot to eat or delicious to eat for that ride home. Please drive safely. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day, everyone. So, all right, from the Haldane Memorial Arena, again, a great game. What a battle. It was close right up until the very end. Ontario Bay hanging in there with the Baldwinsville Bees, who traditionally has an excellent team. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is Mark Lloyd's 41st year coaching the Bees. Or is that the West Jenny coach that's been there that long? I forgot. I don't know. But anyway, it's good. That's all I know. So, from the Haldane Memorial Arena, thank you to all of my sponsors. Thank you to all of my subscribers. I am the Dan-Dalin, a positive influence, reminding you, as the Obey players say thank you, don't wait for it to be a good day. Make it a great day.